What's up, everybody? This is the third installment of my backyard grow fruit orchard. This is on the outside, or I'm sorry, on the inside of the pool area. And so you'll notice why a lot of these guys are potted up is because I'm trying to find a nice place for it, and so it's not really bothering the pool area. Anyway, this is the banana orchard. This one is ice cream banana. I believe this one is a dwarf narmois, another dwarf narmois, and an unknown variety. And you can tell that bananas are already growing pups in each one of these guys. And so look, we got a bee, one bee. Anyways, I did not know that bananas were one and done, meaning as soon as it flowers and it fruits, that's pretty much it for that banana. And so you would have to cut it down, and so that's why at this stage already bananas are growing pups, so then you can have new plants. Oh look, more bananas. This is my plumeria section. All of these guys, if not most of them, are grown from seed. I looked at my Facebook timeline, and it was 5 years ago when I started some of these guys. This one is the only one I believe store-bought from Home Depot. This one is called the Thai Splash. One of my newest addition is this dragon fruit unknown variety, and you can tell that there is already one fruit and it is starting to ripen. And so I gotta figure out a way how to get this guy to produce more flower buds rather than other branches. And so I'll do more research and see if I can graft an S8 here, because this one needs a pollinator. Over here is a black sapote fruit. I've had this for almost 1.5 years now, and whether it's still too small or whatnot, but all the flowers have come and gone and none set. I believe this is just a female plant and needs a pollinator male. So we'll see how that goes, and I don't know, maybe I can sell it or grab some scions onto it. Over here is the cherry of the Rio Grande I got from the CFRG in April at the green scene. It's about 8 feet tall, and hopefully the next year or so it can fruit. And these are actually Suriname cherry seedlings. Over here is another California of the Rio Grande, cherry of the Rio Grande, California. Over here is Montingio Calubara Aratiles. Finally put this one in ground, and so hopefully it can take off. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to dig out all the grass around it and mulch it up. Over here is a Jabuticaba Sabara variety. Hopefully that person is still in contact with me, and this is supposed to be sold to their school, so then they can have this guy to fruit there in the next few years or so. But I've kept it alive and growing well. So I've got a couple Suriname cherries. This one is the bush type, along with this, but this one is growing more upright, like a tree, just like this one. This one actually I was able to help dig out from Felipe's yard in January, and it did not look like it was doing well, and I actually was going to go dig it up and put it in a container so it can recover, but I noticed a lot of new leaf buds, and so I went ahead and left it alone, and here it is. It's growing now. Hopefully next year I can get it to produce fruits. It actually had some flowers on it, but looks like none set. So, and somewhere there is another Suriname cherry. This one right here is Pakistani Mulberry, surrounded by jackfruit seedlings, and you can see it's pushing for a few more fruits to come on out, you know, I'll invite it, because this guy grows pretty fast. And so there's another one over here, Pakistani Mulberry. This is dwarf tamarillo. Not the best tasting fruit, so I will gift this, plant it somewhere. Moringa. Now I want this to grow. I really don't want the drumsticks for seeds because I got plenty of seeds already. So at this point, you'll see me right now just go ahead and plucking off all the flower buds, because I do not want it to grow any flowers. Over here is another Guava. This is a seedling. Hopefully in the next couple of years it should produce fruit. Over here is a couple red Jabuticabas. These were imported from Arizona. You can see this guy has a thicker base than this one, and so I'm hoping that one of them will fruit soon and I can sell the other to a friend. But you can see nice growth and got some sunburn from the sun. Black sapote, another one. This is a seedling from Exotica. Hopefully this might do better and produce fruit, so I'm kind of holding off on the other guy. Over here is a passion fruit, so can't quite understand. This is on the same plant, but you see this one is dying. It's here, it's here, it's here. So I can't figure out which part is dying and why it's dying, but I don't know. Over here is the ketubah. I was actually able to get about 3 or 4 fruits from this one. I had one that tree ripened, and you see here's another one about to ripen. And this one right here, I don't want to touch it because you touch it and they fall. And I want it to reach its peak ripeness on the tree, because as soon as you take it out, then it doesn't do too well. That's shelf life wise. This is, so that's a ketubah, otherwise known as star cherry, and I have a couple of them. So that's one right there, and here's a smaller one right here, and I actually have a few seedlings going right now. This one is a cedar bay cherry. Over here is a Hesa Chieko sapote. Chieko in the Philippines is all I know it by. And so lots of flower buds this year. Now whether any of these guys will set, I don't know. You know, you see this flower right here. They said to do the squeeze and twist, just so hopefully you can rub the pollen around and hopefully get it to set, but we'll see. I've done that to a few and none have set, and I've also been told to mist it. Nothing yet. So over here some passion fruits right there, and this is a Thai mulberry from Plenty of Prince Adam in Florida. This guy was maybe about this tall. This about 3 months ago, and it's tripled in size, and I'll probably put it in a 15-gallon container this week. This is another Chieko sapote. This is Alano variety. This one was from fastgrowingtrees.com. The irony of that one is Chieko sapote is not a fast-growing tree. Another passion fruit. This one, that's Frederick's. This one is lilikoi. Hopefully I get to have these guys covering the entire fence so I can have a wall of passion fruits. Over here are the figs. I will soon need to find its final destination, because you can see right here they are starting to fruit up, and so now I know what kind of figs they are. I believe this one is from Gloria. This one is from Baker's Creek. They're unknown varieties, 3-pack, and so that's the worst part. They need to not have it like that. Could be 3 of the same thing. And this is another panache fig that I have. The other one was in part 2. And so this one is a Timbala melon. I tried growing this a couple of years ago, and I couldn't get it to ripen. The plant died before it can ripen. Suriname, and here's a Jabuticaba. Over here is a goji berry. Volunteering, got it to grow. This is another chica sapote from my wife's uncle's house in Cerritos. I was able to dig it up, and long and behold, it survived my digging. So Felipe, look, I'm not a plant killer. Andy, I'm not a plant killer. And along with it, I just put a bitter melon plant right next to it, and it's growing, and I'm using it as trellis. And using this jamun as well as a trellis. So this is a rose apple from seed from Manny. This one is a Barbados Cherry. You can see a few flowers growing in there, and actually got some fruits setting. So I was able to get maybe about 6 or 7 from the tree so far. Another Jamaican berry, Panama berry, aratiles, whatever you guys call it. Kit mango. I'm gonna try it, let it grow, this fruit, and if I don't like it, bring it back to Home Depot. Soursop right there. This is a Savannah cherry. That's a black Suriname cherry. This one's an ice cream bean. Another soursop, babacao, papaya. This is another Suriname cherry. I'm sorry, Guava, and you can see lots of new growth is pushing through, and I'm wondering if I can get a second wave of fruits. So, avocado seedling, I believe this is Mexicola. This is Tahitian gooseberry, sour, similar to the camellias, I believe. Cold sensitive, so you gotta make sure that I put her back inside the greenhouse. Red Jabuticaba, blue Jabuticaba, and this is a lamjas that's taking a beating, but because there's no protection, so this guy gets intense sun, maybe about 6 to 8 hours a day. This, I believe, is a Lux Garcinia, or lemon drop mangosteen. I actually had a fruit on it, but moving it around too much, it fell. Rambutan, new growth coming out. This is a Lucama seedling. I forgot what kind of Lily Pilly from Steve Murray. This is another Savannah cherry, and you can see tomatoes are just growing randomly in my pots because I reuse soil. This is a Jabuticaba Sabara variety I got this summer. I was able to get maybe about 20 fruits from this guy, and it actually had a flower right there. So maybe it'll set, maybe not. But there's ways of getting these kind of fruit trees to induce flowering. So over here, in between this mix, is a curry leaf plant. And this one is a jamun, the tall one right there. This are my blackberry collection. Need to find a wall I can plant them in. I believe now that this is, what do you call this? Pineapple guava seedling. Looks like I have 2 of them. Mountain papaya. I cannot get this sucker to grow. New soil and everything. Coffee Catura. This is courtesy of, well, not courtesy, well, I bought it from Cal Poly Pomona. You can see it's got a couple beans on it. Hopefully cherries I can get to ripen and plant more seeds. Couple Julie mangoes, and this is a sweet tart mango. Hopefully I can get these mangoes to produce in the next couple years. Comfrey, really good plant for fertilizer. K apple, trying to graft, but it looks like it's no good. A volunteer guava I dug up and repotted. You can see new growth coming out, so it's alive. Over here is a red Jabuticaba, but the leaves on this one is a lot lighter. This is how the Jabuticabas are supposed to look like, the red ones. If you remember from the other 5 minutes ago, it's darker green. This one stays lighter green, so this may be a hybrid. We'll see what happens to that one. And this is more of the dragon fruit collection, Cimbala Melon, Huacatay, which is a Peruvian mint. This is a blood tangerine. This is Cal Poly's yellow dragon fruit. Really, really bad genetics, in my opinion. So we'll see if it survives. Some more dragon fruits. Ice cream bean. Finger lime for Manny. This over here is Rainforest plum, blackberry jam fruit. This is Araza fruit, Eugenia stipitata. It actually had a flower bud, but it fell, so it looks like no fruit yet. It's supposed to be a sour fruit. And so we'll wrap this up with the greenhouse. But first, right here real quick, we have Naranja. This one is from Brian Lawfer up in Santa Cruz. This one has less thorns than Baker Creek. Guarana. Over here, the Cherimoya wild grape. I forgot what variety. Really small. So next year I'll put in a bigger pot. This is my yellow grenadilla. I got this from Gloria helped me get it from a farmer's market guy and didn't do too well, but it looks like it's coming back to life. This is a lucuma, starfruit seedling, tomatoes, passion fruit, pitanga tuba. Like I said, I have more, maybe 3 or 4 of these guys. Some ice cream bean seedlings, and this is the pepino melon. It's really not too happy. Ice cream bean seedlings, papaya. These are lemon drop mangosteens. Lux garcinia, really slow grower, but you see new growth. And passion fruit right there. And so that's what I have here. Hopefully in the next few years I can have a bountiful harvest and be able to share this with my friends and family. And we'll end the video with my hydroponic Suriname cherry that looks like crap right now, but it's alive still because I put it out in the sun. And this is the Bombona. This is the Solanum pachydrum. Really thorny, like a rose, growing hydroponically. And this is my worm casting. If you haven't already done so, comment, like, thumbs up, subscribe, share in your feeds, and share with your friends. Alright guys, happy growing.